The Her Sports Show, live every Wednesday on YouTube and every podcast app.
Hello and welcome to the Her Sports Show, our weekly show giving you all the latest news and exclusive interviews from athletes and experts in women's sport from around the world. In this episode, Irish footballer Louise Quinn will join us for an exclusive interview to talk us through the World Cup Qualifier against Finland this Thursday. In news this week, Cora Staunton has impressed the masses with her amazing individual performance against the Western Bulldogs, scoring 3 goals for her team, the Greater Western Sydney Giants. She is in fact the oldest player in AFLW history at 40 years of age and thus far has 50 goals to her name throughout her professional career. Eamon Murray has stepped down as Meath Ladies senior football manager after an impressive streak of securing back-to-back All-Ireland senior titles in 2021 and 2022. In rugby, after Ireland's impressive 57-22 win against their hosts in Japan, Ireland have to face defeat in their second test against their hosts in Tokyo. The team were missing Sam Monaghan and Dorothy Wall due to injury. New York threw endless celebrations for the 23-time Grand Slam champion Serena Williams last night after her landslide success in the first round of the US Open. With 29,402 fans in attendance, Williams certainly delivered what the crowd were looking for, taking home a 6-3-6-3 win over Montenegro's Danka Kovanic. Eve McMahon took home silver at the ILCA Youth World Championships. This medal marks the best under-21 World Championship result for Ireland in the ILCA 6th class. Tegan Ruddy bids farewell to Peamount United. The 22-year-old defender has been offered a professional contract with Swiss FC Sion. Ruddy has been a very valuable player for Peamount United and a strong asset to the team, so is sure to be missed by the Irish club. Ireland's crucial World Cup qualifier is against Finland tomorrow, so we sat down with Irish international footballer Louise Quinn to discuss how preparations are going.
Welcome to the Her Sports Show. We are delighted to welcome Louise Quinn. Louise, welcome to the show. It is a big week ahead for you.
Yeah, shaping up to be a big week. I think for all of us going into Irish camp playing in World Cup Qualifiers, it's always a big occasion for us. And obviously there's, there might be something a bit more behind this game to, some added incentive, but for us as well, we're on target for what we need to do and just go forward. But yeah, we just love being back in camp and looking forward to the game.
Absolutely. What's the mood like in camp? What's going on behind the scenes?
Yeah, the mood is great as always. We always come into camp. We have a great bunch of girls. We have great staff. And it is all that. It's all kind of catching up at the moment, just about life and how everyone is at club level and just in like personally as well. So we all just kind of love having that catch up, getting back to just seeing how we all are as people, to be honest, and sometimes not even footballers, just checking in with each other. And but yeah, obviously the hard work has started since yesterday as well. So where we need to do obviously all of our football business and training and meetings. We're doing a lot of that at the moment, and so far so good. The mood is as it always is, and it's good crack. It's relaxed. It's just very, very nice as always.
It sounds like you're saying it's like getting the gang back together there. It's been a couple of weeks since people have maybe seen each other.
Yeah, exactly. And I think obviously kind of a very long camp in Turkey and Georgia. We all made we really had to kind of push through that, spend so much time together. We really hadn't spent that amount of time together, and to kind of again make us even stronger and to get such a great result, to be in countries that we've never been in before. To us, it makes it these experiences that we get to do together, and to be honest, it just makes it easy coming into these camps with each other and makes it easier, and playing the games that that everyone around you has your back really, and that's just how it feels in here.
So talk to us a bit about the game with Finland. So obviously a win guarantees a playoff spot in the World Cup, which is, top of the list. Tell us a bit about the preparation.
Yeah, I think just the prep is as it always is, to be honest. We've got to concentrate on our game. We've got to, get into the mindset and the formations that we want to be in, to go, and how we want to approach the game. Obviously we do, we're doing our analysis on Finland, but I feel like how we want to set up, how we play our games, the talent we have in the team, and that's whoever's starting, whoever's on the bench, whoever can come in can actually really, really do a job. So for us, it's kind of the normal prep as we always do. There's you kind of hear stuff externally, but that's not in our control. What we do in here is in our control, and how we want to approach it. And so for us, it's pretty normal, but it's obviously it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of information to take in, but I think, as I said, from the last camp, we had a lot of time spent together, so that just helps with regaining those connections again.
You obviously faced them before. Since then, they have played in the Euros. What will you be expecting from them now, and what kind of approach will you be taking with Finland?
Listen, they've obviously kind of results-wise for them in the Euros, it wasn't maybe what they wanted, but to get there, they did. They had a brilliant campaign. I still think they actually had some really strong games in the Euros. They had a very difficult group. So it's not going to be, one of those. And obviously we beat them in our first game, but we really had to be at the top of our game to kind of win that. We still could have made some improvements, I think. But I think how we just managed the game, how we took control of it, for the 90 minutes, just kind of says a lot about ourselves. And listen, they've got to go for a win, to pretty much keep them in the group. So it's going to be, it'll be a very, very interesting game to tactically see kind of how we both approach it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot on the line for both sides, so will be sure to be an interesting match. In terms of the game itself, it's obviously going to be in Tallaght Stadium. So from your perspective and the Irish team's perspective, it's a game at home, and we know that it's sold out within a couple of hours. So what does that bring into the game?
You just love to hear it. It just brings a bit of joy and just warms your heart, really, that you can, how much now that we've made a connection with the Irish people and how they've come and backed us, and to sell a game that quickly. I was almost annoyed for a few minutes because I was like, I can't even get tickets for my own family and friends. But obviously, that overrides it with the fact that the game can be sold out so quickly and the demand that's there. And for us, it's always been a dream to have a sellout at Tallaght, our home pitch, and where we've had so many of our campaigns starting there. So it's gonna, usually when we have the numbers we do have there, very good, like solid 4,000 or 5,000, the place is so loud. So it's going to have that different factor, that and hopefully kind of fear factor towards the Finns, to have that many Irish people in how compact that stadium is. It's gonna sound amazing. And we always know that our Irish fans are some of the best, and they're always there for us. And then when we can be, we're there for them after the game and throughout. So it's just going to make a massive difference to how we play, really.
Yeah, it'll certainly be tough for Finland coming into that home crowd, because I've been there a few times and the atmosphere is electric, and that's not when it's been full. So I can only imagine what it's going to be like on Thursday. Yeah,
exactly. It's just such a distinct noise that's at Tallaght Stadium when we play there. You can always tell it apart from others, personally anyway. So then to have it kind of sold out, to have those extra few thousand people there, it's just going to be huge for us. And I think it really showed in some of our past games what the crowd has done for us. And just to get to do that kind of in front of our friends and family as well. It's it just makes everything so special to get to play international football, in front of your home fans. It doesn't get much better, to be honest.
Absolutely. And I'm sure you've seen the video that Sky released with a couple of Irish athletes, from Ellen Keane to Ciara Griffin, Roy Keane, Niall Quinn, all talking about the match, all talk about representing Ireland, and they talk about the crowds as well, and Irish flags and that type of thing. What was it like to see that video, to get the messages, and build excitement.
Yeah, that was amazing. We saw it at the same time as everyone else when it was released, and yeah, it gave you chills really. Obviously it's personally seeing, Niall Quinn up there. I met him a couple of times when I was a kid, and having the same last name, you obviously just have that attachment kind of straight away, and just such a legend of the game, and and then just Ellen Keane as well. A couple of the girls saw her in the gym yesterday and just went up obviously straight away. It just brings that sort of association they probably never would have met otherwise. And you have to go up and obviously just thank Ellen for that. And she has all that experience in the world to kind of handle that sort of, that little bit of pressure, those extra crowds, or, expectations, or just even as an athlete, as a person, how she's kind of dealt with, big moments in her career. And to kind of see that, all those, big Irish stars that we look up to, kind of, saying then that they back us, and that they're kind of looking up to us now as a team. It's just lovely, and it's something that Irish people, I think we always love to do. And then when you get the chance to actually express it to the team or the person, I think it's so special. So yeah, it was given the team chills when we saw it, and just absolutely loving it, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it was a really, really nice video, well produced, and fair play to Sky for pulling it all together. I hope you sent a jersey to Niall. Now you're talking about the last name, so it should be an easy one for him to be wearing your jersey.
Yeah, no, I actually must do that now. I have to figure out a little contact to get it there. Yeah, listen, if Niall Quinn would like to wear my jersey, obviously probably out with the squad, mine will definitely fit him. I think I have the largest size in the team just because I'm so long. But listen, if he wants to wear my jersey, that is no problem. I will. I'll get one for him. That is absolutely no problem. We'll try to sort that out, hopefully.
Good stuff. I think that's a task we have at hand now. So I believe there was a dinner last night with Linda Gorman and with Paula Gorham invited. So talk to us a bit about that. What was that like?
Yeah, it was just another little lovely surprise that I think that was Vera's idea, and something that that Gar was able to organise. And it was just super casual, obviously just like a quick introduction as to who they are. Obviously some of us obviously recognised them as well straight away, because Paula was in the video as well. So it was just having two women that have kind of been there, done that, represented their country, tried to push the women's game forward. It was just an honour to be able to sit down with them and actually just talk to them as people and hear their experiences and what they're kind of thinking now. And so it was lovely. They were absolutely gassed as well. You couldn't shut them up, to be honest. They were just talking away, just lovely people. And it was just great to have them in for even just the hour or two that they were in, just have just a really casual dinner. And I think I really hope they enjoyed it as well. And they've gone through and done their coaching and have all their experiences, and even have played still with legends like Olivia O'Toole and everything like that. And it was just really special for the team.
I'd say they enjoyed being back in the team environment, probably got a great buzz off it. So I'd say they had a really nice time. For, I suppose, our fans that maybe don't know, they were part of the first ever women's national team game back in 1973. So I'm sure hugely inspiring for lots of members of the team. I know you know that we're hosting a watch party on Thursdays for those who can't get hands on their tickets. How exciting is it to see that other places are starting to host events because the game is sold out and there's so much demand to watch the team?
Yeah, I just think it's incredible, and obviously that's something that you guys really kickstarted, just to do a little bit of research into where the game may or may not be. And that's, for me, that's vital info. If I was a fan, and which has happened plenty, to be honest, and even trying to watch the Euros, knowing where games may or may not be on, because everyone thinks it's a given and it's a standard that if the men's team are playing, it'll be somewhere on the TV where we still have to ask those questions, and you guys have done that, and done a lot of research, and then to actually bring up hype about it, get a watch party going. It's you just love to see it, because it's even that as well. Some people love being able to go to the games, and then some others love watching it in the pub, hearing the commentary, getting to see the replays. So both environments, to have the opportunity to do it there, I just think is great, and it gives the fans an opportunity to kind of join together as well in a situation they may not have been able to be in. So thanks Her Sport and everything for putting that together. It's a buzz. I saw it on Twitter and I was like, I have to jump on the bandwagon here and get a few retweets on it.
Yeah, no, it's something we're really looking forward to, and I have my jersey now. I'm ready to go. So we're getting a lot of.
I see that. Yeah.
We're looking forward to it, and there's a lot of people that are coming, and a lot of excitement. So look, as you said, it is about knowing where the matches are on, and we would have that expectation that we can see the Irish men play. So it should be absolutely the same for the women. So. Look, we'll keep you posted. We'll have lots of behind the scenes footage for you afterwards, so you can have a look at.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully it'll come to a stage where we can join them after one of the games as well. A celebration.
Sounds like a plan. That's another one we'll put on the list of things to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to ask you about the momentum of the Euros. I know you played with the likes of Beth Mead and Leah Williamson. What do you think the tournament will have done for women's football?
Yeah, you can see it's an instant impact. It's only massively positive. I think obviously what it's done to bring up the standards of the league. The best player in the world want to play in that league. I think the backing and support. It even starts from some of the clubs that those players play for. England otherwise, obviously they've for me they were deserving winners. And I think for football in England, for myself playing there and everything, it was only going to be a positive. But I think again you're seeing standards are raising even at club level, of wanting to hold on to the players, the standards they have to bring to keep them at the top of their game, to make sure everyone's performing. And they know more eyes are going to be on the players, but more eyes are going to be on clubs. So again, it's not that they don't have the facilities, they do, and it's whether they can, let the women use those resources and facilities. And then on the media front again, it's been just pushed massively. I can't get Beth Mead or Leah Williamson off my timeline whatsoever. I love seeing their faces, but sometimes it's endless. But again, it's great because it's only positive. And again, Leah is such a leader, and at that age and how she's handled herself and played, as a centre back. I love to see, for me, she is literally one of the best centre backs that's around. The attacking element she has, the defence, like naturally her defensive element, and then Beth just had the tournament of her life, and she's just a great girl. You can't really kind of have other words to describe them really, and it's only going to be a positive, and I think that really kind of spreads and shares to Ireland as well. To kind of you really see a lot of what's kind of going on there, and that knock-on effect for us, I think, has been huge as well. And the fact that again we have so many Irish players in the English league, only shows its strength, and then it shows us as players and people, we want to grow, we want to play in the best league and against the best players. So it's, for me, it was just one of the best tournaments to watch. I think quality all the way through. Group stages sometimes can be a bit iffy. Again, it was just so much quality. So a great tournament to watch.
Yeah, no, we're definitely hoping to see the momentum last as long as possible. And as you said, it has rolled over to Ireland. So it's an exciting time for women's football. In terms of your club start with Birmingham, how are things going? Off to a good start?
Yeah, we've had a decent little start. A draw in the first game. That we just, it was hard to get a grip of, I think, in the game for us. And and play our game. So again, I think we were happy enough with a draw, and then a really good win against Sunderland at the weekend, and with Jamie Finn and Harriet Scott on the scoreline as well. It kind of, it bodes well coming into Irish camp here to have the girls kind of firing, on that sense. And it's really nice to have a couple of competitive games under the belt before we came in here as well, just to really kind of get us up and running. So it's been a really enjoyable pre-season, really enjoyable start to the season for us. So hopefully we just kind of, still very early days, but we just want to keep it going.
And you have 4 of your Irish teammates are playing in Birmingham and vice versa. So how does that go for when you're playing for Ireland?
Yeah, it just makes things far more natural and easy. We have instant connections. We know kind of we know our strengths and weaknesses kind of inside out. And to kind of, if you can again form that connection straight away on the Irish training pitch, it just makes everything flow so much easier. Everything just makes total sense kind of when you're doing it, that you can kind of bring together in such a short space of time. You really need to make those connections with players as quick as possible, and obviously playing, with Harriet directly beside me in the back line, Jamie just in front of me, she can also do a back line job, and now getting to play with Louise Quinn, week in, week out, again as an attacker. If we can find her the ball, hopefully we can get the ball to her a bit easier in these situations. So yeah, listen, it's great, and we're always just kind of sticking together and in blues, and then again have that that great friendship in the Irish team.
Yeah, no, it's certainly, I can see how it becomes a bit more natural, a bit of mind reading going on, I'm sure. Finally, the last question: what have you got as a message for the fans?
A message for the fans, it's been a little while since we've been in Tallaght, but I just think that special noise you can bring us, that support before, during, after the game, it means so much to us as players, and and I really hope they know how much they mean to us. And just can't wait to see us on Thursday, and let's just scream the house down, to be honest.
Very good. Look, we're certainly jealous of all the people that will be there. We'll be raising the roof in the Camden, but other than that, best of luck on Thursday, and pass on our messages of good luck to the team.
Lovely, will do. Thanks, Niamh.
With Ireland's World Cup Qualifier against Finland having been sold out at Tallaght Stadium, we are hosting an in-person watch party with White Claw Ireland and putting the women's match on the biggest indoor screen in Europe. It's totally free and everyone is welcome, so thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Her Sport Show. A reminder that you can catch up on this episode or every episode on our YouTube and social channels. You can also listen to it as a podcast on any podcast app. Keep involved in the conversation, and we'll see you next week.
The Her Sports Show, live every Wednesday on YouTube and every podcast app.